Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into making a quick and easy DIY project, crafting your own 2-point sling. First thing what we're going to need to do is cut your 1-inch webbing into 3 sections. For the pull strap, we're going to use a 9-inch piece, and for the adjustable length strap, we're going to use 38 inches, and the main strap is going to be 48 inches. We're also going to need 3 Triglides and a main slider. I'm going to put links in the description so you can find all these components. I already have these straps pre-cut, and you're going to want to use a lighter to seal off all the edges. So you're going to definitely want to have a machine that is pretty heavy duty. What I'm sewing with today is a Tough Sew Super Zigzag. This one is a pretty hefty machine. It's modeled after a Sailrite. You'll see a lot of different clones out there, for instance, like Conso, Barracuda, a couple other ones, just to name a few. But I got this particular one just because it's I think a 9 or 8 inch wide, so I can work on bigger materials. But yeah, you're gonna want something more heavy duty. We're gonna start off with the Triglide, and you're gonna loop the strap, the webbing through the far side, and then back over the top. And you're going to want to leave about an inch or so. The reason why I'm using this machine is that I can do bar tacks. If you don't have a bar tack machine, you could do like a box stitch or just a straight stitch. Box stitch is going to be way stronger. The problem with doing a box stitch is that you're going to need to use way more strap to do your box stitch. If you do a straight stitch, it's not going to be as strong as a bar tack, but it would still do the job. Maybe you can do a couple of straight stitches just to make sure it holds in place. But we're gonna do a bar tack on this edge right here, and it's a good idea to use some clips. This is eventually going to go over another. It's going to loop into another tri-glide here. It's going to be kind of used as a common loop. I haven't found common loops yet, so if you have access to one or you know where to buy one, please let me know in the comments. But, so if you were to have it through your common loop, this would go up and over back onto your stitch there. So it would look like that when you're done. But let's go ahead and undo this. And again, I'm going to do the bar tack right here. Set up my machine to do the zigzag. Okay, bury your needle and put down the presser foot. And I'm going to run it a couple of times just so there's a bunch of stitches. Got hung up there, but Okay, so that's going to be your first stitch, basically doing that bar tack there. Okay, once you have your bar tack sewn in, you're going to want to take the loose end, fish it through one of the loops, the closest loop from underneath and up. So it goes up and over. And then you're going to feed it over your stitch from the left to the right side. So when you pull it through, so again, you're going to want the strap to come up underneath and over your stitch from left to right, and then you would pull it through. So now you have your length adjust side. This is the main strap. You're going to take your loose end, take another Triglide, go from left to right, over the middle bar, and you want some excess strap and loop it back around, because this is where your mounting system would go. There you go. So you can have like an HK hook or, a quick disconnect, whatever you want. Okay, so that's the main strap there. Okay, next step, you're going to take your adjustment handle and you're going to use your large slider from the left side here. You're going to go underneath and over, and you're going to bar tack that. Okay, so again, this is how it looks. From the left side here, you're going to go underneath, fold it over, and you're going to bar tack right there. You're going to run it a couple of times. Oh, I have a stoppage here for some reason.
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, so I had a catastrophic failure earlier, so I had to get that fixed. So if the camera angles changed, that's because I had to fix my machine, move my camera out of the way and stuff like that. So it was a big ordeal, but we're all good to go now, so we can continue. Start with the pull strap here. We're going to grab the other strap here, which I call it the adjustment strap. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold over one end on the other end of the slider here. And this pigtail end of the slider is going to come around here. And it's going to do something like this. I'm going to go underneath this pigtail and then fold it over so it creates a loop. That way you get a nice clean edge here. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a box stitch. So basically you're going to do a box with an X going through it, and we'll call that good. Make sure if you are using the zigzag, put it back to straight stitch. All right, so bury the needle. And I'm sure there's a lot of different ways to do the box stitch. This is just what I typically do. I'll like do a right angle and kind of do a C shape, and then do the rest of the X stitch here. You know what, just go ahead and do the box and then you can do the X's. Okay, and then just clean up your stitches. Okay, now that you have the handle sewn onto the long strap, what you're going to do is you're going to take the end of the adjustment strap. You're going to go up and over the static side, or the the longer side here, the shoulder side. You're going to go up and down, up and through, and then when you get to your adjustment strap, you're going to go up and down, and that's going to give you your quick adjust. Okay, so last thing you need to do is put on the last Triglide here. And you're finished. So this loop, you can put whatever attachment you want to use. There's your slider again, once again. And then this side is the attachment point for, on your receiver or your buttstock, however you like to run it. And that's it. So this is a full-on sling. Pretty easy first project you can do. Again, you don't need to use a bar tack if you don't have that capability. You could just get away with straight stitches, but the bar tack is going to be a lot stronger. And also doing a box stitch is really strong as well. So that's pretty much it. You only have to sew 3 ends. Again, you have your pull strap here. So 1, 2, and then you got a bar tack on the static side here, which again, you could always do a straight stitch for that. And that's it. Pretty easy. Thanks for watching.